Shalom Aleichem. Yesterday in Mishnah Yomi land, we started Kidushin. Today we are in chapter 1, the second Mishnah in Kidushin. Eved Ivri, a Jewish servant, niknei bekesef v'shtar. He's acquired, meaning the quote-unquote master acquires the right to his work, the right to his labor, through paying money or through a legal document. The Gemara explains there's actually two ways an Eved Ivri can happen. A person can be, God forbid, very, very poor and decide to sell himself. He becomes an indentured servant. He obligates himself to work for someone else in return for money. The other way is if someone stole and then cannot repay. He's found guilty in court and he can't pay back. So then the court, the Beis Din, will actually sell the right to his work to pay back his debt. Back in the Mishnah, v'konei et atzmo b'shanim, he acquires himself back. He's now totally on his own again through years, through 6 years, because every 7th year is the Shemitah, the sabbatical year, and he automatically goes free. Uva Yovel, or a Yovel year, he goes free. The Yovel is the Jubilee year. Uva Giron Kesef, or by deducting money. So if he was, sold himself for 60 rubles, then every year he would deduct 10 rubles. So then maybe someone gives him 30 rubles after 3 years, and he's able to buy himself out, basically finish paying off his debt or his contract and be on his own again. The Mishnah compares this. Yetera alav, even greater than his rights, is Amma Ha'ivriya, is a Jewish servant girl. Now, we talked about that technically the father of a young girl can, quote-unquote, sell her. And again, this is not for the father to be able to abuse the rights to her work. It's to put her into a better financial situation. Only a father who is completely destitute, had no prospects for getting his daughter, a good opportunity, would arrange for her to work in the house of a wealthier individual. And ideally, as we discussed in Yevamot, ideally she would marry into that family. If she does a good job and they like her and she likes them, then they would arrange it to marry into the family. But at least for the time being, she has what to eat. But here the Mishnah adds the Amma Ivriya, Shekonei et atzma b'simonim. Also, when she reaches physical maturity, she's bat mitzvah, mazel tov, and she has the simanim, the signs of being a mature adult, then she goes automatically free, even if they still owe money. Hanirtza, and this is nirtza with an ayin at the end, someone who had a hole through his ear. This was the Eved, who famously wanted to stay on after his term expired. He wanted to continue being an Eved Ivri and not go back to his own family. Niknei b'ritzia, he is konei to the master with ritzia, with the piercing of the ear. But he does go free no matter how long he's been there. When Yovel hits, he can't stay on even if he wants to, or if the original owner passes away. In the Gemara, they mention only an Eved sold by the court because he stole and he can't pay back. Only he's, allowed to become a nirtza, to stay on longer. And they comment, the ear that didn't listen to the Torah telling him not to steal got himself into this mess.